An active algae bloom in a popular lake in Valley County may have you changing your 4th of July plans.
Health officials say while they identified toxins in Lake Cascade, the levels weren't quite high enough to prompt a health advisory. But the Department of Environmental Quality says that water is not safe for swimming. Tristan Lewis joins us now with a look at, well, the lake, because you got a good look at it today.
Yeah, I got some pictures from friends of Lake Cascade, and it looks so green. I was telling you guys earlier, it looks just like the lake in Chicago during 4th of July. It was covered in green algae. The DEQ says algae blooms are a natural thing that come and go. And usually they see them later in the summer when it's warmer and waters are more slow moving. But there is no health advisory for the lake at the moment, but they still urge people to use caution. Lake Cascade, a popular vacation spot.
There was foam, floating mats.
But not so appealing when it looks like this.
I saw really colorful water, green, blue, brown, striking white, streaky, thick, scummy, opaque.
With harmful algae blooms already popping up, people may be thinking twice before they jump in the water.
Cyanobacteria are a natural thing that exists in water bodies everywhere. And they're always there, and when they bloom, they've gotten out of balance with something, usually nutrients or temperature.
Dani Terhaar, a water quality analyst with the DEQ, went out to test the water after they got reports of cyanobacteria around the lake last week.
It was accumulating scum on the shores, and you could see it spraying up behind people's boats like pea soup. It was pretty thick and pretty widespread.
The DEQ sent the sample to a lab to do analysis. That data is sent over to Central District Health, which compares it to their advisory threshold. According to the harmful algal bloom response plan, to issue a health advisory, the water sample must contain 4 or more micrograms per liter of microcystins, which is a type of toxin. The cell count of a certain type of bacteria has to exceed 20,000 cells per milliliter, and the sample has to have 8 micrograms or more per liter of cylindrospermicin, which is another type of toxin. According to CDH, the testing samples did not meet that threshold.
Even though the toxin levels came back low, I have been hearing reports of people being sick at all different parts of the lake and even a little bit downstream. That number is just a brief moment in time from one part of the lake, and it doesn't represent the whole picture of this complicated system.
Terhaar says not all algae blooms are harmful, but it is important to use caution in areas where they are found. Would you have gone in the lake if you saw the water looking like that?
I would not have, so I think it's obvious when there's a bloom. People can use their judgment.
Terhaar says they only tested for the key typical toxins on the first analysis. DEQ is waiting another analysis of other toxin-producing genes that may be in the water. Terhaar expects those results to come either tomorrow or Friday. And Morgan O'Brien, again, CDH hasn't issued any health advisory for this, but they do urge people, if they are going over there, just to be cautious. If it's still blooming like that, you don't really want to get in those waters.
No.
And again, the saying is, whatever in there, you just, when in doubt, stay out.
I can't imagine being behind a boat, you know, or you're like jet skiing or whatever, and you like suck up some of that water. That is the last thing you want to ruin your 4th of July weekend.
It looks pretty in those pictures, but you probably don't want to be in it.
No.
Yeah, and if a water quality analyst says, I wouldn't go in there,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea.
Exactly.
All right, Tristan, thank you.